What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker on Unique Access, and today we're joined by E.D.I Mean. Thanks for coming through, sir.
Oh man, it's a pleasure of mine.
We got a lot to talk about in this segment, man. So let's get into the All Eyez on Me first, because this is going to be a monumental event for not only Tupac but for hip hop. I would say the whole culture.
Absolutely.
With the movie. So, from how what's been your role, and how did you get involved with being a part of the project?
Well, one of the producers on the movie is a guy by the name of L.T. Hutton.
Excellent producer.
Definitely hit maker producer who started at Death Row Records, and our careers kind of started at the same time, and we always had a mutual appreciation for each other's talent. Mm-hmm. You know, even after Pac passed, we kept in contact. He did beats for us on Outlaw projects, and we just always kept in touch. And then he made his transition to the movie industry, and Pac's movie was one of the movies he wanted to get done. And to be quite honestly, he was one of the only, probably the only person in a position of power that was pushing for a Pac movie. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, it was really nobody else really trying to do it. You know what I mean? And so he came, he started getting the momentum going, and he hit me up and he was like, yo, I'm getting it going. I got somebody that's ready to do it. You know, everything is coming in place. Maybe about 3 years ago, we chopped it up about it. And I was like, yo, I'm on board. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that it's actually somebody that knew Pac, that worked with Pac, that was doing it. I love the fact that he's a black man in a position of power in the movie industry, which was almost non-existent.
Rare.
You know, very
Yes.
rare, you know what I'm saying? And able to get this movie done, and it, you know, hasn't been easy either.
Yeah, I know it hasn't been easy because it's been years in the making, and there's been lots of different companies coming in and out, lots of different people being involved and not involved. So what do you think made it actually happen this time?
Well, you know, I think in a weird kind of way, kind of same way hip hop, we help each other without necessarily helping each other.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And so, Straight Outta Compton came out, phenomenal success.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Great movie. Should have received, you know, a lot more accolades than it did, but it kind of made the momentum for the Pac movie to pick up because, you know, Hollywood respects money. They respect dollars.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it really doesn't have much to do with color. The only color they care about is green. So they sitting up there and they saying, wow, this fucking N.W.A movie did good. We got this Pac movie sitting over here, just kind of
sitting on the shelf.
Just sitting on the shelf, if you can believe that.
Which is crazy.
And they're saying, well, you know, they're comparing the numbers, looking at N.W.A's numbers, and well, Pac, you know, he sells millions of records worldwide, you know, 85 million records sold. Somebody get this fucking movie done right yesterday.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that's what helped it out a lot. Also, Benny Boom coming aboard and, you know, being a steady hand, commanding the ship of this movie behind the lens, definitely helped out a lot because it was a lot of different directors. I think it was maybe 3 directors came in and tried to get this movie done, and it just didn't work out for whatever reason. Benny came in and it stuck, you know what I mean? And things just started to fall into place towards the middle and the end of 2015.
Okay. And then I saw on Instagram and social media, of course, that you were posting that you were on the set a lot. And what did you see on the set that's giving you faith that it's going to be a great film when it comes out?
So, the first thing I saw when I got to the set of this movie was, well, the first thing I felt was a great vibe. Everybody there was there knowing that they were a part of something great and a part of a legacy that is great, and really wanted to pay their respects to Pac with their work. And so it was just not another vanity project for people. It wasn't just another check for people. Like, I'm just, like, everybody was there like, yo, this is for Pac. He deserves this. He deserves great quality. He deserves 100% from everybody involved. So that made me really comfortable. And then meeting the kid that's playing Pac, Demetrius Shipp Jr.
Right.
And seeing the amount of work he put in, both behind and in front of the scenes, to bring, you know, the best possible results, also made me feel good, man. You know, he did years of work before he even got under the lights and in front of a camera, you know, physically and mentally, and doing research on things that he didn't know nothing about.
Right.
He has a great acting coach, Angela Gibbs, that was working real close with him for years. She's Marla Gibbs' daughter, so she's been in Hollywood and a part of black royalty, Hollywood royalty for years, and knows what she's doing. So, like I said, the team that LT and company put together to get this done is A1, all the way down to the editor, Clint Eastwood's editor, you know, Oscar-winning editor, you know what I mean? Like, they spared no expense and didn't cut any corners to get this done and make sure it was, you know, and make sure it matches where Pac is at as far as an artist.
And one thing artistically with Pac that I think is kind of intriguing, like N.W.A, is like as somebody that grew up part of the culture, listening to it, studying it, and then actually working in it, I knew a lot of the stories in Straight Outta Compton that were in the film. So like for somebody that's a super Pac fan, like what wrinkles or things do you think that they're gonna learn or appreciate about All Eyez on Me?
Well, I mean, in Pac's case, it's kind of unfortunate. He's been a little overexposed. You know what I mean? Because of his death and the big way he lived when he was living, and even how he just became bigger in death. Right. So you can go on the internet, you can Google, and you can find like millions of different stories, and some of that shit may be true, but a lot of it isn't. And I think the movie, what's great about the movie is that it sticks to the script. You know what I mean? But the only thing that you're gonna get out of this movie is a physical representation of the story. You know, it's not like you're gonna sit there and go, at least for people in our age group.
Okay.
People in our age group is gonna be, like most of the stuff in the movie, you're gonna be like, oh, I knew that because I remember when that happened.
Right.
But for the younger generation that may not know, they're gonna get a whole bunch, and it'll definitely give them some clarity on who he was and what he was about and what was his foundation, and, you know, kind of why he did some of the things he did.
Yeah, and I think it's important too because now that not only is the rap world evolved, but I think entertainment has evolved, and like people, I think it's hard for people to process or understand if they weren't experiencing it, like the success that he was having in Hollywood as an actor. Like for having leading roles almost immediately, and then working with, you know, Bellucci and all these different things. He was doing like major films that were critically and commercially acclaimed. And
right.
I think like it just shows the depth of his artistry and his range, not only as a person, but as an artist. So, you know, I'm excited.
You definitely get that in the movie. You definitely get all sides of him, and, you know, from the poet to the artist to the hip hop artist to the, you know, the activist, you know what I mean? You get all of that.